गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू डियर एस्पिरेंट्स। सभी अभ्यर्थीगण को मेरी ओर से शुभ संध्या। और इट्स 7:30, सो लेट अस बिगिन आवर इवनिंग सेशन। और यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण एमसीक्यूज आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करूंगा जो प्रतियोगिता परीक्षाओं जहाँ पर एमसीक्यू की प्रधानता है तो उसके लिए काफी महत्वपूर्ण है। So here comes the question number 1 of the day, and it relates to GRIH, G-R-I-H-A. Dear aspirants, you write it in your notebook. Consider the following statements regarding GRIH, G-R-I-H-A, Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment. Nisha Pandey, good evening. Rajesh Singh, good evening. So, GRIH, G-R-I-H-A. And if you will see the trend of the UPSC prelims examination, you will find that such type of questions are there. GRIH, the full form, that is, it's abbreviated form GRIHA, Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment. I hope you might have written it in your notebook. Now we have two statements. Statement 1, GRIH evaluates the centrifuged buildings based on their environmental performance throughout their life cycle, jointly established by TERI and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Statement 2, GRIH focuses on renewable energy usage and waste generation with the rating system revised every 3 years. Statement 3 is also there. GRIH certification requires a minimum of 75 points based on 20 quantitative measures. So, dear aspirants, how many of the statements given above are correct? This is the question. A, only 1, B, only 2, C, only 3, and D, none. So, in this MCQ, the right answer is two statements are correct. Two statements are correct. Dear aspirants, GRIH, which stands for Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, is indeed an organization jointly established by TERI. What does it stand for? TERI. You should write it once again. TERI stands for the Energy and Resources Institute. The Energy and Resources Institute. So here, and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, its primary objective is to evaluate and certify buildings. Parsuram Kumar ji, very good evening. Certify buildings based on their environmental performance throughout their entire life cycle. So this includes various aspects such as energy efficiency, water conservation, waste management, and more. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Dear aspirants, statement 2 is also correct, but statement 3 is not correct. Why do I say? Because GRIH certification does involve a point-based system where projects earn points for meeting specific criteria. However, the minimum requirement for GRIH certification is 50 points, not 75. So on this score itself, the third statement is not correct. So our answer should be 1 and 2. That is B. Only two statements are correct. Next question. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statement. Number 1 statement. If the inflation is too high, यदि महंगाई अत्यधिक बढ़ गई, the Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. क्या भारतीय रिजर्व बैंक के द्वारा जो सिक्योरिटी है, व्हाट इज सिक्योरिटी, प्रतिभूति को खरीदी जाएगी. सेकेंड, इफ द रूपी इज रैपिडली डेप्रिसिएटिंग, आरबीआई इज लाइकली टू सेल डॉलर्स इन द मार्केट. और थर्ड, इफ द इंटरेस्ट रेट of USA or European Union were to fall, that is likely to include RBI to buy dollars. और चौथा स्टेटमेंट है a series of rate hikes by the Reserve Bank of India RBI aimed at curbing inflation is expected to initially moderate economic growth before affecting inflation rates. So which of the statement given above are correct? A 124 only, B 234 only, C 13 only, and D 123. So this way, dear aspirants, our answer should be 234. First statement: if the inflation is too high, the Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. This statement is not correct, and the rest 234 are correct. Dear aspirants, open market operations are carried out by the central bank, that is RBI, in association with the commercial bank. For conducting such operation, there is no involvement of the public. Government bonds are mostly brought by commercial banks, financial institutions, high net worth individuals, and large business corporations. All these entities maintain accounts with the bank, and whenever these entities purchase bonds, the amount gets transferred to the Reserve Bank of India. Now, it can be said that open market operations have an impact on the deposits and reserves of the bank and also play a role in their ability to provide credit. When a central bank wants to reduce the availability of money to the public, it will sell government bonds and securities with the help of commercial banks. So, first statement is not correct. Okay, and rest statements are correct. So, dear aspirants, at times when liquidity conditions are tight, the Reserve Bank of India buys back the securities, which gives the commercial banks the public easy access to the credit facilities that help in injecting liquidity into the system and stabilizing the market. So, statement 1 is not correct. Okay, if the inflation is too high, the Reserve Bank of India is likely to buy government securities. This statement is not correct. Now let us next question, and it relates to G20. G20, consider the following statement regarding G20 Disaster Risk Reduction Working Group, DRRWG, Disaster Risk Reduction Working Group. Now we have only two statements in this MCQ. Let me read out statement 1. Current economic choices and development pathways are not in line with the commitments to reduce risk contained in the Sendai framework, as well as 2030 agenda and the Paris Agreement. Second statement: the G20 DRR working group aims to integrate risk reduction measures into public and private sector investment decisions and policy making to reduce existing risk, prevent the creation of new risk, and ultimately build resilient economies, societies, and natural systems. So you have to find out the correct statement. A only one, B only two, C both one and two, and D neither one nor two. Dear aspirants, in this MCQ, both the statements are correct. So our answer should be C. अब एक और क्वेश्चन है जो कि आपको लिख लेना पड़ेगा, और ये है अकली, AQLI, अकली. व्हाट डज इट स्टैंड फॉर? अकली रिपोर्ट 2023, AQLI, एयर क्वालिटी लाइफ इंडेक्स, एयर क्वालिटी life index report 2023. Now we have three statements, very small one. India topped among the countries worst hit by air pollution, followed by Bangladesh. Second, PM 2.5 and PM10 concentration in the air is used as a measurement parameter. Or third statement, it is released by the Energy Policy Institute of University of Chicago, EPIC. How many of the statements given above are correct? A only one, B only two, C only three, and D none. Dear aspirants, now the statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. 1 and 2 are incorrect. India topped among the countries worst hit by air pollution, followed by Bangladesh. This statement is not correct because in second, India ranked second among the countries worst hit by air pollution, with Bangladesh topping the list. Bangladesh has topped the list. So Nepal ranked third, followed by Pakistan and Mongolia. So statement 1 is not correct, and statement 2 is also, I think, not correct. Why? Because national AQI is determined on the basis of concentration of 8 pollutants, namely particulate matter, that is PM, particulate matter 2.5, then PM particulate matter 10, sulfur dioxide SO2, nitrogen dioxide NO2, carbon monoxide CO, ozone O3, ammonia NH, late. So, dear aspirants, you should see. On the other hand, only PM 2.5 concentration in the air is used as a measurement parameter in AQLI. Hence, statement 2 is also incorrect. Dear aspirants, AQLI measures the impact of particulate pollution on life expectancy. It is released by Energy Policy Institute at University of Chicago, EPIC. So only statement 3 is correct. So our answer should be A. Only one statement is correct. So dear aspirants, now right to information. So this is also very important. You have to consider the following statement. We have only two statements regarding right to information, that is RTI. The genesis of India's RTI legislation can be traced back to 1986, when the Supreme Court issued a landmark judgment in the case of Indra Sahni and others versus Union of India. Now, the second statement, the Right to Information Amendment Act 2019, Center will notify tenure of all information commissioners at state and center level. So you have to find out the correct statements. So both the statements, okay, are not correct. Only second statements are correct. So first statement, that is the genesis of India's RTI legislation can be traced back to 1986, when the Supreme Court issued a landmark judgment in the case of Mr. Kulwal versus Jaipur Municipal Corporation. It is not a case versus Indira Sahni and Union. Okay, so on this score, the statement 1 is not correct. Dear aspirants, the Supreme Court directed that freedom of speech and expression guaranteed under Article 19 of the Constitution inherently includes the right to information. Okay, this is the verdict. Now, this recognition was based on the understanding that without access to information, the exercise of freedom of speech and expression by the second statement, the Right to Information Amendment Act 2019 granted the Union government unilateral powers over the appointment and compensation of information commissioners, raising concerns about their independence. So the second statement is correct. So this way, dear aspirants, we see that you have आपने बहुत अच्छे प्रश्नों को सुन लिया, और जहां जरूरत हुई वहां आपने इसे नोट भी कर लिया. डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, आइए अगला जो क्वेश्चन है उसको देखते हैं. विथ रेफरेंस टू fiberization, I have already mentioned during my previous classes fiberization. Now consider the three statements. Fiberization is process of connecting radio towers with each other via optical fiber cables. This is correct. Now the second statement, it facilitates full utilization of network capacity and carries large amounts of data used in 5G services. The third statement, in India, currently around 50% of towers are fiberized compared to 90%, 80%, 90% in US, Japan, and China. How many of the above statements are correct? A only one, B only two, C all three, and D none. Dear aspirants, now the third statement is not correct. Currently, around 38% of towers are fiberized compared to 80-90% in US, Japan, and China. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. It's not 50% in India, but it's only 38%. So, dear aspirants, you should mind it. You should. So, the third statement, may I read it again? In India, currently around 50% of the towers are fiberized compared to 80-90% in US, Japan, and China. So, our answer should be B. Only two statements are correct, 1 and 2. Let us move to the cryogenic engine, and here we have considered the following statement with reference to CE20 cryogenic engine. CE20 cryogenic engine. Now, it is the first cryogenic engine to use a gas generator cycle using liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen propellants combination. Now, the second statement, it has a capacity of 28 tons of fuel and will be used as a upper stage of geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle MK3 LVM3. So, which of the above statement or statements are correct? Dear aspirants, both the statements are correct. Yes, Parsuram ji is telling C. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. So, let us move to some other questions. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग प्रश्नों को मैं आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करता हूं, सो दैट आपकी तैयारी सुनिश्चित हो सके और आप प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम के साथ साथ मेंस में भी अपना स्थान पाएं. और एक देखिए, कंजक्टिवाइटिस, ये क्या है? Select the correct statement with reference to conjunctivitis. It is often referred to as pink eye. Or second, it is a disorder that affects the retina, the light sensitive layer of the back of the eye. A one only, B two only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The first statement is correct. Okay. Yes, A is the correct answer. Very good, Parsuram Kumar ji. Wonderful. It is often referred to as pink eye. This is correct, but the second statement, it is a disorder that affects the retina and light sensitive layer of the back of the eye. This is not correct. So let us move to the next question. And here we have Bharat Skills platform. Bharat Skills platform. So you may write it down in your notebook, dear aspirants. Platform designed to identify and enroll qualified individuals to receive training in the latest digital technology and acquire relevant skills. A one only, B two only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. Dear aspirants, it is correct to say it has been launched by B. Okay, A is the answer. Yes, A is the answer. Okay, A is the answer. Wonderful. Launched by Directorate General of Training. So this is correct. But online platform designed to identify the enrolled qualified individuals to receive training in the latest digital technologies and acquire relevant skills. This statement is not correct. This statement is not correct. So you may write it for your future revision sake. Select the correct statement. Akira, Akira, a type of ransomware. It relates to computer. Dear aspirants, ransomware is found to target both Windows and Linux devices. So here comes a question related to computer science, dear aspirants. Akira, AKIRA. The second statement, ransomware is a type of software designed to protect computer systems from security threats and keep data secure. Now you have to examine both the statements. You have to find out the correct answer, dear aspirants. So our answer is one only. Akira is a type of ransomware, is found to target both Windows and Linux devices. Now, the second statement, ransomware is a type of software designed to protect computer systems from security threats and keep data secure. This is not correct. This is not correct. So, ransomware is not a type of software designed to protect computer systems, okay, from security threats and keep data secure. Let us move to some other important questions. And here it's a CFDNA. You should write it in your notebook. CF, C small, F small, DNA. C small, F small, DNA. So with reference to what does it stand for? CF, cell free. Okay, cell free DNA. CF DNA means cell, cell free DNA. So you have to select the correct statement, dear aspirants. Now we have only two statements here. CFDNA refers to small fragments of DNA that are found in the bloodstream or other bodily fluids, dear aspirants, bodily fluids such as urine or saliva. Second statement, CFDNA can also be found within the nucleus of cells. So A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. So dear aspirants, our answer to this MCQ is A, 1 only, because CFDNA can also be found within the nucleus of cells. No. Because if it is cell-free, how can it be found within the nucleus of cells? So second statement is itself wrong, incorrect. So first statement is correct. CFDNA refers to small fragments of DNA that are found in the bloodstream or other bodily fluids such as urine or saliva. So this is the correct answer, dear aspirants. Now let us move to the other questions which are equally important. And now, okay, M power measures. You should write it in your notebook. M power measures. M capital power measures was seen in the news recently. Is used in the context of. Now you have to find out the प्रसंग. किस प्रसंग में M power measures, M power का प्रयोग किया गया? M power measures. A, eradicating poverty. B, addressing malnutrition. C, reducing demand for tobacco. And D, enhancing skill learning. Dear aspirants, your answer should be C. Your answer should be C. और निशा और परशुराम कुमार जी ने उत्तर दिए हैं, तो ये बहुत खुशी की बात है और इसी तरह से आप उत्तर देते रहें. और यहाँ क्या है आंसर? सी, रिड्यूसिंग डिमांड फॉर टोबैको. दिस इज एम पावर मेजर्स. एम पावर मेजर्स reducing demand for tobacco. So dear aspirants, here comes a question from polity segment. Committees, okay, for which of the following committees the chairman is invariably from the ruling party? ये क्वेश्चन आपने देखा. A, स्टीमेटस कमिटी. B, पब्लिक अकाउंट्स कमिटी. C, Committee on Public Undertakings and Committee on Delegated Legislation. Dear aspirants, Estimators Committee एक ऐसी कमिटी है जिसके लिए जो चेयरमैन होता है वो रूलिंग पार्टी का ही होता है। तो ये आपने लिख लिया। ओके, जो एस्टिमेटर्स कमेटी का चेयरमैन होता है वो किसका होता है? रूलिंग पार्टी का ही होता है। ओके, फॉर विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कमिटीज द चेयरमैन इज इनवेरिएबली फ्रॉम द रूलिंग पार्टी? द आंसर इज एस्टिमेटर्स कमेटी। ए शुड बी द आंसर। और आपने जरूर से इसको नोट किया होगा, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है डियर एस्पिरेंट्स। और यहां पर एक प्रश्न जो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, शेल कंपनीज, SHELL, you should write it in your notebook dear aspirant. Shell companies, SHELL, shell companies. So which of the following is generally not an activity carried out by shell companies? A, make financial transactions. B, manufacturing products and rendering services. C, diverting money or money laundering. And D, none of the above are activities of shell companies. So dear aspirants, our answer is B. B is our answer. Okay, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोडक्ट्स एंड रेंडरिंग सर्विसेज, सेल कंपनी के द्वारा कोई उत्पादन नहीं होती है। सो SHELL, सेल कंपनीज, सेल कंपनी के द्वारा क्या होती है? मेक फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन, डाइवर्टिंग मनी और मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग, और इस तरह से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोडक्ट्स एंड रेंडरिंग सर्विसेज, ये काम शेल कंपनीज के द्वारा नहीं होती है। SHELL, तो ये भी एक काफी महत्वपूर्ण था इकोनॉमी के। अब आइए एक ज्योग्राफी से क्वेश्चन लेते हैं। एंड व्हाट इज दैट? प्लेसेज इन द माउंटेन्स आर यूजुअली कूलर देन प्लेसेज ऑन द प्लेन्स ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ। जो माउंटेन एरिया के जो प्लेसेज हैं, स्थल हैं, वो अपेक्षाकृत ठंडे होते हैं। ओके, मैदानी इलाकों से। A, thin air on the mountains. B, moisture laden winds on the mountains. C, leeward wind flow on the mountains. And D, all of the above. Dear aspirants, our answer should be A. आप नोट कर लेंगे, thin air on the mountains। तो ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा इसका हमने उत्तर दिया। पतली जो वायु की स्थिति है पर्वतों पे, वो कारण है कि पर्वतों के इलाके के जो स्थान है वो तुलनात्मक दृष्टि से मैदानी इलाकों से की तुलना में वे ठंडे होते हैं। ओके, यूजुअली कूलर देन प्लेसेज ऑन द प्लेन्स ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ थीन एयर। ओके, थीन एयर ऑन द माउंटेन्स, दिस इज द रीजन। सो डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, ये भी आपने प्रश्न ले लिया। तो एक साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से 1 मिनट बचा है क्लास का, ले लेते हैं और फिर क्लास को समाप्त करेंगे। सेलेक्ट द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट। नंबर 1, सुपर कंडक्टिविटी कैन ओनली टिपिकली बी अचीव्ड एट वेरी कोल्ड टेम्परेचर्स। दूसरा, सुपर कंडक्टर्स आर एट रूम टेम्परेचर कैन कट द कॉस्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ग्रिड्स। So A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So you have to answer what should be the answer to this question. And dear aspirants, both the statements are correct. Superconductivity can only typically be achieved at very cold temperatures, and second, superconductors at room temperature can cut the cost of electricity grids. So our answer should be C. Both the statements are correct. Dear aspirants, at this point of time, because it is 8 p.m., half an hour we have spent dealing with so many important questions, and I think you are happy enough to have such type of classes. Okay, only 30 minutes, but a lot of learning. So this is my objective, this is my intention, and I wish all of you your success, और ये आपकी सफलता होनी चाहिए। आइए, सिविल सर्विसेज एकेडमी रामचंद्रपुर देवघर, जैसीडीह झारखंड आपका स्वागत करता है। और कल शिक्षक दिवस है, धूमधाम से मनाइए और शिक्षक गुरु का आशीर्वाद लीजिए ताकि आपका जीवन सफल हो और आपने जो भी लक्ष्य पाला है, ड्रीम्स, ओके, उसकी सफलता हो। थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मी। लेट मी से गुड नाइट टू ऑल ऑफ यू डियर एस्पिरेंट्स। बाय बाय। We will meet tomorrow at same time 7:30. Thank you.